Hi ladies, it is the first Saturday of our challenge group, and if you are new, Saturdays around here, I call them Staturdays. So Emily thinks that is funny.
Saturdays.
Staturdays. You're not even in the video. I can't even see you. Oh, there she is. Been a rough week, starting school, and definitely need to sleep in this weekend to get back on track, right, Em?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for joining us. So I want to talk a little bit about Saturdays and kind of my theory on Saturdays and how I treat them. Now, a lot of people use the scale to measure their stats. That's fine if you like the scale. I personally do not enjoy the scale. I've seen a lot of times in my life where the scale has told me things were going well health-wise, like I was feeling skinny or whatever, and I was feeling great, and I was feeling strong, and I jump on the scale, and it would ruin my day. So I personally don't love the scale, but everyone kind of has their own thoughts on that. I like to use my clothing as a measurement. I also like to use inches lost via the tape. The only problem with that is you gotta make sure you're getting in the same spot every time, which is fine. You just got to figure that out. But clothes really tells a pretty good picture, right? And also kind of the definition in your body and how strong you're feeling. That's what I like to use. And so I just wanted to pop on today and make sure that everyone has done their measurements in terms of figured out what you're going to use to measure your progress and written down a starting figure, number, whatever that might be, feeling, whatever it is that you're trying to change, whatever your goal is, you need to write that down now, because 3 weeks from now, you might forget what it was. And really, every Saturday, you should kind of be checking in, and it doesn't have to be Saturday, every week at some point, you should be checking in with that goal and making sure you're en route to reaching it. You don't want to end up 3 weeks down the line without any kind of progress, and you don't really know why, except for maybe you had ignored your goal. I've done that before. Decided I was going to focus on the scale, and then didn't really focus on the scale, and then decided I hated the scale, and then by the time I realized I was kind of not really following the plan like I should have been, and I was using it as an excuse. And so that's just an example. So I use measurements for my tool, and that's something that is very tangible. I can tell what's happening, and I can tell if I'm making progress, and I like it. It doesn't make me feel bad about myself, because you know what? I'm exercising and eating, so I'm not gaining any inches. And so I'm hopefully losing them, right? But I'm definitely not gaining any inches. Whereas if I get on the scale and it's a bad day and I'm hormonal, I might have gained weight even though I didn't really gain inches. So that's kind of why I do all that. So I just want to jump on. The other thing about Saturday that I like people to pay attention to is their non-scale victories. So you can maybe start some kind of a journal or just write a couple things down through the week that you might be noticing is changing in your life. So maybe it is your energy levels are better. Maybe that mid-afternoon slump is gone. Maybe you're settling into a morning workout routine and your body's actually waking up on its own. There's lots of different non-scale victories. If you are having less cravings, if you are starting to feel less bloating, maybe your digestion has improved. A lot of those things will come along with taking Shakeology as well. So if you've just started Shakeology, you might notice a digestion change. For me, a lot of acne issues went away when I started to treat myself better through nutrition. I still have a bit. I don't think it's ever going fully away, but it's a big improvement. Lots of non-scale victories. And then, of course, clothes fitting better, feeling stronger, measuring the exercises and how you can maybe lift more weight. That's a big one for me, or do more push-ups, that kind of thing. So you want to try and maybe have some kind of a goal that is tangible, numerical, maybe inches, scale, whatever, and then maybe some non-scale victory goals as well. What is it that you're trying to achieve that has nothing to do with the scale? So you can just feel it in yourself, regardless of whether you get any of those numbers measured or not. And that's what I like to do, a couple of those. So for me, I have a couple of tangible ones. I talked about losing some belly pooch this round. Totally need to do it. On the underbelly, I want to lose 2 inches. That's my goal. That's a tangible goal. I'm going to measure that every week on Saturdays and see where I'm at. And for my non-scale victory, I've gotten out of my routine a little bit because of the summer, and I'm looking at really cleaning up my nutrition. And I find when I do that, I lose some cravings. And I'm feeling some cravings right now, especially with the stress of the school startup, etc. So I need to lose some of those cravings if I'm going to continue on my health journey in a positive fashion and with forward momentum. So those are mine right now. That's just me. And so you should do the same thing. Write some of those down and kind of keep track and really set it in stone now that we're basically starting the challenge The challenge starts now, right? Prep week is pretty much over. So let's get this done, write them down, make it tangible, make it a specific goal that you can see if you've reached it or not at the end and see where your progress is at. And that is kind of how we will treat our Staturdays from now on. Anyways, go enjoy your weekend, and I will be posting tomorrow, and then we basically are right into it come Monday, and I'm going to be doing chisel. So if anyone wants to join me, please feel free. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.